Bigoted abuser down. Tectone has been banned from Twitch. He claims that he's trying to figure out what happened and won't be able to stream for up to 2 weeks. So he got a temp ban. Let's see. No moronic bastard zone. Hassan ban him again. Classic. Yeah. Another victim of the Hassan ban machine. I do want to look at this since we were talking about the Tectone thing and him still railing against Frogan. I saw Frogan posted this and I want to take a look at it.
Hi, my name is Frogan and this is the first time I'm ever making a solo YouTube video about everything that has happened the last year and a half. I think the content cop was great. You know, I feel like Ian approached it in a way that nobody else does. He approached it with empathy and, you know, it was supposed to make people feel bad for Ethan. One of the main things, especially as content creators, people tend to dehumanize us and forget that we're living normal people just like you. And I'm sure Ethan can relate to this too. It's fucking hell. It's hard to manage. It's hard to deal with. So I feel like Ian approached it in a way that was more so holding a friend accountable and in a softer way and wanted to generate empathy for Ethan. I feel like we need to stick to the basics as to why Ethan Klein deserves to be criticized, and that is for being pro-Israel and trying to deplatform pro-Palestinian content creators.
I bet you would.
I will be reading my letter off because I don't want to sound robotic. H3 used to be the sports for good that I used to watch. I hope that one day gets back to what I remember. You were one of the inspirations for me to start creating content, so all this has stunk. I hope you really hear this and I wish you the best.
Listen,
Thank you.
Frogan, she's so dumb that you almost can't be even mad at her.
She did wish us the best in the end. It almost felt like the nicest one of them all.
I think she was the only one being genuine,
Yeah.
actually. So I don't want to, whatever, just Frogan, just chill, okay? Just stop being an idiot and I'll stop talking about you. It's really simple math.
She's also by far the smallest creator of the bunch.
Right.
I mean, is it even like cool that he included her? Like, she's just gonna get more shit for being involved.
It's not cool.
And like, it's
behalf.
not, it's
he knows what, like.
Hey man, if you feel like she's going to get more shit no matter what she does, maybe chew on that for a moment, you know? Maybe let that marinate in your brain for a second as to why that might be the case, you know? To be like,
oh, I just wish she would stop being an idiot and then I wouldn't have to talk about her.
yeah, you're not processing any of this at all. Saying something nice to me, what an idiot, right? Pot meets kettle.
So if I'm so irrelevant and so uncool to include, why the fuck was I in your goddamn video?
Like, Hassan can handle it, but like Frogan's now just gonna get a pile of shit on top of her that I have no control over because people are watching.
I mean, you could just not. There are plenty of right-wing content creators that have no like real motion, no sway over the broader right-wing media ecosystem that I choose not to go after. Even liberal content creators that I choose not to, comment over their statements. You could just choose not to. It's stupid and unjustifiable and honestly just delusional to focus his ire on Hassan or Sam Cedar or any of the people who are pro-Palestinian content creators, Denims, Mike, whoever. None of that is justifiable. But if you're measuring, if you're doing view count Andy shit, measuring their impact and then trying to say, oh, I'm the bigger person here because you're just going to get attacked anyway and like you're a small creator, so you should just shut up. Ethan has plenty of clout, but is becoming a smaller content creator by the day. Less people are watching, more people are unsubscribing, and more people are recognizing that you are persona non grata. So I wouldn't be view count Andying people as your career is taking a nosedive. He talks about Denims and Frogan being insignificant, then tries to annihilate them. How can that possibly make him the good guy? Which is it? They are too tiny to take seriously or are massive threats to you? Well, I think there is a dual-pronged reason there. One, women. Two, Arab women. Aside from Noah Samson and Comrade Casey, he is almost exclusively gone after POC content creators. Doesn't Denims pull like 5K viewers a day on Twitch? Something like that. I mean, like peak concurrent viewers every day is like 3,000 to 5,000 on any given day. She's killing it. That is in spite of the concerted hate campaign to try and deplatform her. This goes for, other content creators. If you are growing as a leftist content creator, it is in spite of every obstacle being in front of you. Right-wing content is so easy. It's so incredibly easy to, from nowhere, start a right-wing account, you know, get yourself known in right-wing spaces and gain prominence. Just be racist. Be racist and be stupid. And the sky's the limit. Now, there are some barriers to that because you have to ride that edge between being too apparently bigoted and plausible deniability. I started watching her 2 years ago when she was rarely hitting 1K a day, and now she's blowing up. I love it. Yeah, like we've grown on this platform. A lot of lefty content creators have grown, and it's a good thing. And I said this yesterday. We have to remember that while someone like Asmongold is the biggest content creator on the platform right now, and he is a fucking fascist, he is outnumbered on this platform by people who are progressive content creators and also content creators who don't fuck with that.
I think it's funny that you think me being in the idubbz video is what's going to cause this harassment. It's you, Ethan. You're acting like you haven't spent the last year and a half doing everything in your power to push people to bully and harass me, including weaponizing propaganda organizations such as the ADL to get me banned off Twitch because I made a joke about you not being able to say Habibi.
I have never, they accuse me of doing it. They go, oh, Ethan's just targeting Arab and Muslim creators. It's like, I have never one time mentioned her hijabi or brought anyone.
Yeah, but you don't have to. You don't have to. You said she's a small creator, so why go after her? Why have so much hate for her? One, it's her proximity to Hassan, and two, when you look at the array of people that you're targeting, there's only two exceptions to who you are going after. It's Comrade Casey, NSR, North Star Radio, and Noah Samson. That's it. There's no shortage of white boy leftists like myself who have had plenty of words for you, and they don't end up on your fucking subreddit. Like, the hyper focus and the invocation of her name is enough to indicate that there is something that would make you obsess over her.
You haven't said anything about me being Muslim directly, but your ideas about Muslims are pretty obvious from what you say. Here are a few of many examples.
Why don't you just make it easier? Why don't you just fly to ISIS and do them a favor and just let them, you know,
fly to ISIS. Landing at the ISIS International Airport.
yourself on a platter for them because you deserve it. Per capita, a lot of the weird fucking terrorism and crimes and shit. I mean, there's definitely some strong thread of violence through the Muslim community, or Arab Muslims to be more specific.
The next thing I want to bring up are the double standards both Ethan and Gila have for themselves. Let's get started with this clip.
We misspoke. It didn't
Jesus Christ. The audio balancing is off.
Sound good. We immediately corrected ourselves. You know, that's how mature people do. That's how how you're supposed to handle yourself, isn't it? Like, what more do you want me to do?
I have no problem apologizing and admitting and whatever is needed when things happen.
This was in response to people bringing up how Gila said Yoav Gallant was a great guy, even though he's literally a war criminal and pro-genocide.
Okay, let me put it this way. There is a reason that I don't talk about Ukraine, Russia very much. Because I do not feel confident to discuss it. I don't feel like I have enough knowledge base to give a assessment beyond what I see people reporting on. That's it. That's why. Because when Ukraine kicked off, and there are old heads in the community that remember, hitting 90 viewers in the early days, that was crazy. We were covering it live every day, and we saw a jump in viewership because it was a live event. And there was a point in time where I realized I do not have enough knowledge in this to be able to continue covering it. Covered it for 2 months, and I was like, I don't think I can really responsibly do this. And in that moment where Ethan and Hila said that Yoav Gallant is a really good guy, and then got rightfully fucking read to filth for that take, that should have been a moment where they went, maybe we don't know enough. But the arrogance to just say, well, we were wrong about that, but we lived there, so clearly we know what we're talking about. Clearly not. The arrogance is the cornerstone in all of this. A lot of people can be dumb and or arrogant, but they don't say wild shit like they do. Yeah.
I'm a live streamer as well. I know being live for hours and hours on end, You can misspeak, and that is exactly what happened whenever I said the thing about the US military. The US military has conducted some of the most horrific crimes against humanity in the modern era in countries such as Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, Lebanon, and Palestine. Years directed at individuals who are currently championing these war crimes as if they liberated my people. It's horrific and disgusting. The beginning of the clip was worded poorly, and I do apologize for that. I go on to clarify in the clip that I do not mean all military, but specifically those with no remorse. What I said was out of frustration as they are currently bombing my family in the name of liberation. I realize that wishing people harm isn't the best way to talk about these issues and that I could have talked about these topics in a more sensitive way. And like I said initially—
Which I don't think she needed to offer that clarification. I don't think that's necessary. But in so doing, that is a good clarification of like what her intent was. And like, you know, owning up to, you know, maybe going a little too far. I don't think that that was necessary, but I'm also not a hijabi woman, right? And for many people, that will never be enough, but that doesn't really matter. Because if Ethan were to today come out and say, I have been going through a year-plus long, like, mental crisis, trying to grapple with what's happening in this region, what's going on with this, and how my perception of this country that I have connection to does not match with the reality. And in so doing, I hurt people. I was like harming myself, my family, and I've like tarnished my reputation, possibly forever. And I'm going to be like seeking help, therapy, talk to like people, you know, and for many that would not be enough, but it wouldn't matter because if he was genuinely trying, that would be good.